running kind of lights out today. Just me here. Sometimes I like just no lights on. I got these nice skylights though. Finishing up a couple recuts. Set up another tool. Camera on recording and I was talking to it and yeah, definitely you weren't here, so it's on now. I'm describing that on these parts they're so thin and tall that we use an onion skin, which you can see that final one there. Versus this, we're only about halfway cut through the material. The final pass will be about 15 thou of material left, and that keeps the vacuum pulled down good throughout the whole cut. And then we just trim that apart afterwards with a knife. I need to vacuum the chips out of the slots, otherwise we will get recutting. Typically isn't a big deal, but with plastic sometimes it can re-melt together. So let's go through a few of the things we did here. So these are just very simple 2D cutout parts. There's a couple bores. There's a lot of these little strips and they need to be intact by the time you get to the end. Tabs don't do enough. So we've gone to full onion skin. As you can see, there's a separation. And the idea is you cut all your smallest parts first when you're using something like a vacuum fixturing device, like this. Our table has flow-through vacuum. Sucks down from the parts from the bottom through the MDF. So you start on the outside and work your way in. So here, ding, ding, ding. Cut all these small parts next. So especially important if you are cutting through and spoiling your vacuum seal. But it's just good practice anyway. And then last we go out and cut these parts. And right now I have zero, as far as I can tell, every part made it out perfect, which is always the goal, but it's not always the case. So pretty happy with this run. Ironically, these are recut parts from, well, these two aren't, but I had to recut some of these because in previous setups we didn't have quite as good of a setup and it just didn't cut as well. So I need to get these torn apart and then we can trim route them. This is 1/2 inch acetal. That other stuff was UHMW. It's a little harder. We didn't leave, should leave a little bit thinner of a onion skin on the bottom. It's a little tough to cut through. It will cut you up too. This is probably the weirdest type of sanding I've ever done in my life. upgrade today. There's a remote for these Sony Alpha mirrorless cameras. It's most useful button is the big red one. You can just start and stop it from remote. The zoom is fantastically slow, like to the point where it's not even a Ken Burns effect, it's just stupid slow. Yeah, nice little guy. Now I've had this for a while, but we have some use for it finally. A couple projects, one I can't really talk about yet, but the other is some packaging for the bases. It's a little bit larger than ones we're selling, but they just don't really fit in off-the-shelf boxes, and I'd kind of like to make some just in time, just corrugated stock we have. So yeah, trying to figure this guy out. It doesn't seem to want to output with the plugin I'm using, but I'll definitely be making a video, maybe something more specific than just in a vlog.